Now we will understand why it is called partial differential equation. Partial. So for being a partial differential equation, it must have at least two variables. Variables can be more than two, but we need to have at least two variables. Suppose there is a function called z, which is function of x and y. Here are two variables are x and y. These are called independent variables. And this is dependent variable, which is dependent on x and y. So we are going to know that why it is called partial. See, there are two variables in the previous function, f is equal to x, y. There are two variables. Now when we differentiate it with any one variable, the other one remains constant. So we differentiate it with by parts. Let us suppose we are differentiating it first with x. It will be called f plus x when y is constant. And when we differentiate it with y, same. Now x remains constant. So we are going to understand it with an example. Let us suppose z is a function of x and y, such as x square plus y square plus 2xy. We are going to differentiate it first with del x. Now remember that when we differentiated one variable, the other one remains constant. In this case, we are differentiating it with x. Now y is constant. So differentiation of x square is 2x and y square is constant, hence it is 0. And now the differentiation of 2x is 2y. Because y is a constant. So it remains 2x plus 2y, or we can write it as 2x plus y. Now del z upon del y, same, the x square remains constant, so it's 0, and y square is 2y, and it is 2x, same, 2y plus x. The next thing we are going to study is order and degree of a partial differential equation. So what is the order of partial differential equation? So the order is highest partial derivative present in the PDE. You'll understand it with an example. Let's suppose we'll take two examples. First is del z plus square upon del x plus del square z upon del x is equal to 0. And the other example is del z upon del x whole square plus y equals to 0. So what will be the order of this PDE? It is 2, because how many times we have, the maximum number of times we have differentiated with the variable is said to be the order of the PDE. Here we have differentiated it 2 times with respect to x. So it's 2, and in this case we have differentiated only 1 time here. So 1 is the correct answer. Now the degree. So the degree of a PDE is the power of the highest order derivative in the PDE. So here the highest order derivative is this, and the power of this is 1. So this is order, and the power will be 1. And in this case the order is 1 because we have differentiated it with only 1 time, and power is 2. So this is order, and 2 is the power of the PDE. So I hope you have understood it. Let's revise it once again. So first we got to know that what is a partial differential equation. A partial differential equation is an equation which at least have one differential derivative and at least 2 variables. So why do we need to have 2 variables? We need 2 variables because we will differentiate it in parts. That is why it is called partial differential equation. So we assumed there is a function called z here, which is f(xy), and there are 2 dependent variables. So 1 dependent variable and 2 independent variables. And how we differentiate it? First, with 1 variable, other one remains constant, and when we take another one, the first one remains constant. Here we took an example, which is x square plus y square plus 2xy. Here del z upon del x. When we differentiate it with x, y remains constant, and when we differentiate it with y, the x remains constant. And then we studied order and degree of PDE. The order is the maximum number of times we have differentiated it with a variable. So in this case we have differentiated 2 times. So the order is 2, and the power, degree is the power of highest order. So here the power is 1, in the another example, the second example, the order is 1 and the power is 2. For a clear understanding, we can take one more example. A few more examples. Del y upon del x. It's del qy del x cube plus del z del square, which is power 3, plus del y upon del x equals to 0. Another example is del square y upon del x square plus this has powers of 2 and del y upon del x, it has power 3 plus x square y equals to 0, and this one is del y upon del x of whole square plus del y upon del x so we are going to find out the degree and order of these equations. Find degrees and orders of the given PDEs. So I'm going to write the correct answer here. We are going to first order and degree. In this case, the order is 3 and degree is 1. And in this case, the order is 2 and degree is 2. And in this case, the order is 3 and also the power, this degree is also 3. So I hope you understand it. Thank you.